A question we've been hearing a little bit lately is, why are you doing so many events lately? And the answer is because Skookum is growing and changing, so naturally our strategies grow and change too. Way back in the olden days, when Skookum was just 1 or 2 programs and a handful of staff members, we didn't really do events. In fact, we were 3 years in before we ever held our first fundraising event, because events are hard to do well. They are expensive as compared to other forms of fundraising, and they're high risk. You got one shot at it, no redos. That's part of what makes them so exciting. They're expensive, complicated, and high risk. That's not a perfect formula for a small budget, low sophistication operation like we were back then. And then when we grew to the point where we felt like it made sense for us to start doing events, we didn't do very many. We wanted to do a very few events and do them very well. And largely we did that. There were a few stumbles, but largely we accomplished that goal. And at first, since there were so few events, most people who support Skookum were coming to everything that we did. Last year we had 2 major events, one in summer and one in winter. So, not hard for basically everybody to come to one thing every 6 months or so. But this year we're taking a different step forward. This new phase, we have different kinds of events for different kinds of people, events in different places for people from different places. So in the early days, no events really. In the intermediate days, few events, one size fits all, and now and into the future, something for everyone. But if you are still trying to go to every single event that Skookum plans, I'm sorry. That is not an expectation that anyone has or that you should have for yourself. That's not the design. I'm not even going to every event we throw this year. And particularly this year, we're experimenting. We are trying a bunch of new things to see what people have interest in, and we're learning and tuning our strategy as we go forward. So maybe go to the things this year that you want to see us do again next year. And if you see something you don't like, that's okay. You'll probably find something else soon that you do. I would expect that next year we make an even bigger investment in slightly fewer events than we threw this year, but more than we did last year. Change like this can be weird and surprising, especially when it syncs so clearly with the calendar. We definitely made a purposeful choice to change our strategy starting in January. And, it's kind of exciting. The thing that we all love, called Skookum Kids, is growing up, and it's fun to be part of, even if I can't be at everything anymore.